Welcome to the bold analysis. What is your honest assessment of Uhuru Kenyatta-led NDC by the Jubilee Party? Because I think in terms of organization, they were very well organized. And what exactly do you think were the objective of that NDC, and was it achieved? That is what I will answer in this, and will answer whether that objective was achieved and why Uhuru Kenyatta made a last-minute turn to remain as Jubilee party leader. Many of us were expecting, and I think even me was expecting, that NDC, and I think I mentioned it in my other video, that NDC was going to be the end of him as party leader and was going to pick someone. Now, his decision to remain as a party leader signifies one thing, that again, one, I want to remain politically active. Number two, I am unmoved by the attacks. So expect discussions about how he should not get the pension. And I think he's saying, I want to remain as the party leader, so if I don't get the pension, that be it. In his speech, Uhuru is looking a man that is very angry, just trying to control himself, his temper. While delivering his speech, he read the Riot Act to the errant members and affirmed that they did not represent the will of the majority of the party. The biggest highlight is about his U-turn to remain as the Jubilee party leader. I wanted to get that here.
Kwa fikira zangu, mimi fikira zangu zilikuwa zimeniambia ya kwamba siasa mimi nilikuwa nataka nilegee na niende nikashughulikie mambo mengine, na nilikuwa nafikiria ya kwamba siku ya kuitana mkutano wa National Delegates Conference ingekuwa ile siku ya kwamba mimi ningekuwa nimewaambia wenzangu, sasa mimi nimetimiza ile nimeweza, na sasa ni wakati wa kuchagua viongozi wengine. Nawaambia fikira zangu vile zilikuwa. Lakini wengine wameamua ya kwamba kazi itakuwa ya vitisho na kulazimisha. Siku ya leo nimewaambia tafuteni mwingine, sio Uhuru wa Kenyatta.
And you look at the way the crowd was very charged. He made a conscious decision not to leave the party. And I think I support that. Apart from that, there was also some leadership changes. And I'm going to read for you that list. Uhuru kicked out Sabina Chege and Kanini Kega amongst the errant party members, asking them to relinquish the positions that they got courtesy of Jubilee Party, something that is very decent. If you are, I've always been thinking that this Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege theatrics are very unnecessary. If you are elected through Jubilee Party, and for some reasons, or even not some reasons, and someone gives you money, President Ruto gave you money, and told you, I want you to support me in parliament, which is fine. So you then promote the ideals of UDA and not those of Jubilee, because Jubilee is third largest party after ODM and UDA, but then Jubilee is above Wiper, for your information. And you choose to promote the ideologies of Jubilee Party, of UDA Party. The most decent thing is to leave those positions. I've always been saying that is not asking for more. And a principal leader, that is what you should do. And okay, fine. You may get your way through the constitution or by political correctness, because government has a way of doing their own things. They can always maneuver their way. But then just leave the party in peace. In fact, I'm sure you can even leave Jubilee without all this chaos, and still no one will bother about you getting those positions, you leaving those positions. Because even those who are in UDA left Jubilee Party at one point. And he asked Sabina Chege and Kadini Kega to exit Jubilee.
Wale ambao walipata vyeo vile vidogo tulikuwa nazo, ambao wana Jubilee waliwapee kwa heshima kubwa, hawa ati ndio sasa wanakuja kusema ndio watatuambia vile Jubilee itakaa. La, jukumu lao wakati walichaguliwa ni kwenda kusimamia na kutetea haki za wajubilee na manifesto ya Jubilee, haki za wanajubilee, sera za wanajubilee. Na kama hauiwezi na kama uwezi, ukae kando, tutafute ule ambaye ataweza kufanya kazi hiyo.
I have also perused other changes, and these are some of the changes that were made. Jeremiah Kioni was retained the position of Secretary General, and through Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni, the party leader, kicked out the following members from various positions: Jimmy Angwenyi, who recently, I think, joined UDA, former Buri MP Boniface Kinoti Gatobu, Naomi Shaban also joined UDA. I think this was the deputy chair, Nelson Zuya, Joshua Kutun, Mutava Musimi. Reverend Mutava Musimi, I think now is the one leading the the religious inquest on the issues about Shakahola. East African Legislative Assembly MP Kanini Kega, Rachel Nyamai, Executive Director Wambui Gishuru and Joel Kibe were also not spared. I want to look at this list because in this list I'm not seeing Sabina Chege. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to look at here. Yes, Sabina Chege, I'm not seeing her in this list. Maybe, yeah, we'll have to look at it, but I'm not seeing Sabina Chege in this. We may have to look at that now. To replace the other members, Deputy Party Leader Strategy Beatrice Gambo, Deputy Party Leader Operations Maoka Maore, that is I think a sitting MP, Deputy Party Leader Programs Joseph Manje, Deputy Party Leader Outreach Kados Muiruri, Party Chairman Saitoti Torome, is a former PS, Deputy Secretary General Yasir Nur, Deputy Organizing Secretary, my friend Pauline Joroge, National Director of Elections Jamle Kamau, a politician from Muranga. He vied, I think, for governorship position in Muranga. Women's League National Chairperson Maison Leshomo, I think is someone I also know. Youth League National Chairperson Agnes Tumbi, this is a politician from Nairobi. Youth Secretariat Coordinator Anthony Manyara. Anthony Manyara works and is now also a member of that Movement for Democracy and Change. Business Council, former Laikipia Governor Ndiritu Muridi. Parliamentary Secretary Amina Siad. All Jubilee members who openly promoted the policies of other parties outside Azimio coalition be deemed to have ceased from Jubilee and be removed from register of members. That is what it stated. Remember, there have been stories of push and pull where One thing, the reason why Jubilee replaced, why Uhuru Kenyatta made that team, the first role is to protect Uhuru Kenyatta. And I think the ones that have been working under now Kanini Kega. You know, Kanini Kega had something called dispute disciplinary, I don't know what. It has been going on, and there have been a bit push and pull. What you expect is you will see this team camping at the Jubilee offices to operate. Now this is going to be a huge number. We are going to look at how the Kanini Kega faction are going to carry themselves now around it. I've not seen Sabina Chege in the list of those being ejected. Someone needs to explain to me maybe about that. I don't know whether he has I don't know whether she reached out to Uhuru Kenyatta on a personal basis, because amongst the 10 that have been ejected, yes, the 10 that have been ejected, yes. So what's happening here, we are yet to confirm whether Sabina Chege has also been there. So this team has been made to also offer, let this party have its structure and offer the press conferences. We're seeing UDA running a lot of activities. We have to see whether Jubilee is also going to try to revive, and I think Jubilee can revive. I know many are saying it's the dead shell, but who knows? Maybe it can revive. Why do you think Uhuru Kenyatta has decided that Liwalo, he is going to remain as the party leader of Jubilee? Myself, I support 100% him remaining as the leader of Jubilee. The reason why he has decided to stick is because Ruto is unleashing state machinery to kill Jubilee Party. A very good example, when Sabina Chege faction went to the Jubilee headquarters, they were escorted by a contingent of police officers. And later, I think David Murade said that the police officers who were from, where were they? Who were from the other side, Tamara police station, did not come. And Uhuru Kenyatta is on record saying, while defending Kinagaucho for going to defend the party, that they called the police and the police did not come. I think you need to get that soundbite. Now, that was a very good, that is the point here. He is saying they even called the police and the police did not respond, while in defense of why he was there with Gaucho and was thanking them for having come out to defend the politician, because atawao walikuwa naona kama ni dhambi. So if Uhuru Kenyatta would have replaced it with someone else who maybe is not even an elected member or is just someone who is not a very powerful politician as was him, then I can clearly tell you, without Uhuru Kenyatta being the party leader, that party is dead and is taken away by UDA. That's number one. Because the only person that can counter state machinery is Uhuru Kenyatta. He went there and ordered the police to leave, and the police left immediately. The second bit here is, I think the party is infiltrated. That's the truth. As we talk now, if a party leader will be picked, what will stop William Ruto from sealing a deal with the party leader and sign documents and that party even maybe done with, or that party joins UDA by the new party leader that would have been picked? Because that is it. And you can give all the other positions, but the position of party leader is very sensitive. That's why we normally say, remember during the Men in Black, the 20, I don't know, I can't remember when was that. There were reports that there were some people, the Babuna Mwamba faction, that wanted to take over the party. And it had to make sure that that election is not done. You know, so the truth of the matter here is, Uhuru Kenyatta also knows that even those around him, even those who have been picked in different positions, can be manipulated by William Ruto, because as a state, he's a man who has enjoyed state machinery. He knows what the state can do. He's a president. He was a president for 10 years. And he knows that if you just make a call, a president just makes a call and say, I want this and this, no one will always say no. He'll be picked. So he's trying to protect the party from political infiltration from the UDA wing. Now, the other thing is, when Uhuru Kenyatta remains as the party leader, he would actually give the party publicity. Let me say, I don't want to say publicity or visibility, but let me choose publicity. Publicity in the sense that from now, the discussion, what the UDA team are going to do is going to attack him for failing to do it. They're going to attack him on that. And the more they talk about him, they're giving that party visibility. And I support it because, yesterday, the reason why the team that were in Isiolo were attacking Uhuru Kenyatta, they were attacking Uhuru Kenyatta so that he can actually exit politics. There's been a move to push him out of politics by hook or crook. So by him sticking to remain as the party leader is telling those against him that I'm not a coward as you would think. That is directly what President is saying, that I am not a coward. Him deciding to remain with the party is a decision, is a conscious decision that he has made, that I'm not a coward, and whether what you do, all those things you are trying, the coercion efforts you are trying to make me leave are not going to work. And in fact, for him to exit at this moment, because all those things that were being done against him were being done against him so that he leaves. For him to remain is a testament that I cannot just leave that be. Maybe he's also planning to revamp the party. It's a possibility that maybe this team is there because what the party needs is just resources. If it can be revamped and they get some good resources, some visibility, you never know. They're trying to reposition because you never know what that bipartisan team might come up with. If they come up with a constitutional review process and the 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote goes there, or some of the ideologies of Jubilee Party, they can still put there, and Jubilee might get its way back in the limelight. That's my take. Let's meet in the next.